Hello everyone and welcome back to This Is Real Life. I'm your host Sherry, and today on this DIY Wednesday, we are gonna do 3 super easy, super fast, super last minute Halloween decorations for your house. And a good majority of our supplies is shit that we already have lying around our house and some other shit we bought at the Dollar Tree. So let's get into it. So some of these items, actually 2 of the items we are going to make today, I was inspired by that new store that we have here in town called At Home, and another thing I saw at the Joann's. So I'm gonna recreate those for super dirt cheap and super fast. And then the other thing I just saw in my mind and I said, we can make that and it'd be super easy. So we are gonna do 2 different types of wreaths. One wreath for those of us who don't really like scary Halloween things, but we like more, traditional, I won't say cutesy, but not scary. So we're gonna make a scarier type wreath, and then we are going to make something for like table decor, fireplace decor, what have you. And here we have all of our supplies laid out and ready to go because, Halloween's like up in the air. It's like 3 days before Halloween. We don't know what's going on. We just got home from work and we're like, holy shit, we may have some kids come by the house. Who the hell knows what's gonna happen this year, but I might as well at least throw a wreath on the door and put something on the fireplace and, call it a day. We're gonna be very meticulous about our time. We're gonna work fast because, like I said, we just got off work, ran to the Dollar Tree, got our supplies, zoomed in the garage, laid everything out, and we are ready to go. So first, we are going to spray paint anything that needs spray painting. Where should I begin? This over here is going to be our wreath that's the less scary Halloween decoration, and this we can do while our paint on our other items are drying. Let's get this out of the way. We'll just put this right here. The next item up for bid is the really super cool fireplace decor or table decor, what have you, that I saw at the Joann's. Boom, here's a picture. I want to say it was like $20. I can't remember the price, but there's the price. So when I saw it at the Joann's, I took a picture of it and was like, dude, I could so make this for so cheap. And guess what? It's going to cost us $1, $2, $3, and maybe $4 and some leftover paint. So let's spray this first, and then we'll move on to our scary wreath. And just because I don't think these projects are gonna take very long, I'm timing myself. First up, this is a 2-pack of spiders that I bought at the Dollar Tree. They sell the 1-pack, it's a little bit bigger, but based on the photo frame, the one bigger spider did not fit in here. So while there are 2, I am only going to use 1. So we can throw the other spider up like in a cobweb. So we're gonna use 1 Dollar Tree smaller spider from our 2-pack, 1 Dollar Tree photo frame. It's a square and the glass is in the middle, so it doesn't have a back to it. Dollar Tree and quality framing. This is just a plastic frame. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove that glass because our Joann's inspiration, the spider is in here like so. See? The spider is gold, the frame is black. The other thing that we need from the Dollar Tree is one of their little candlesticks. This is gonna go like so. The inspiration had like this cute little finial on the top. Well, I didn't have anything like that, but I did have this pearl from this broken pearl earring. So I am actually going to glue that to the top, and that is gonna be my finial. Since the frame is already black, off to the side. I need to spray my candlestick black, my finial black, and my spider gold. I have cardboard on my table, so I could do exactly that. I also have some wire because I wasn't exactly sure how I was gonna get the spider to like float in that frame, but we'll figure it out. I have some leftover black. Who knows what's in this spray can, but I might as well use it. Let's spray these 2 items black. Okay, so you guys gotta remind me, throw your paint cans away once you're done using them, because that first can of black that I thought had a little bit of spray in it, either the nozzle's broken or it's completely out. It's a good thing I had already picked up some of the Ace brand, not sponsored, black paint, so we were able to spray those, no problem. Now we're going to take our spider and spray it gold. Okay, spider spray painted gold, so is my tube of Fix All adhesive. Now we're gonna start on Scary Wreath while this is drying. I was lucky enough to find this spring wreath at the Michaels. They had marked at $60. I happened to find it, I wanna say last weekend, and it was 60% off for $12. Now, let me just tell you a little story about this wreath. The Scary Wreath that I am inspired by from At Home is $29. The backing of the wreath, obviously, as you can see, is twigs. I freaking searched high and fucking low. I went to the Michaels, I went to the Joann's, I went to the Walmart. Oh, I think the mosquitoes are getting me. Point of the story is I could not find a wreath that was cheap enough until I did end up going to the Michaels and finding this one on sale. I searched everywhere. So twig wreaths are hard to find for super cheap. If you are lucky enough to find one on sale, awesome. If not, don't worry, I got you, boo. I got a backup plan because I was at my wit's end until I happened to find this one. So I was brainstorming on other ways to get that twig look wreath, and I have it. While it definitely is going to be faster for this project if you already have a ready-made twig wreath. If you don't, it's okay. It's just gonna take you a little bit more time to create this scary wreath. Our solution to not having a pre-made is to make our own out of actual twigs. I literally just went right there to my side front yard because I have this tree right there. I took a pair of scissors. Now, is this ideal? No, it's not, especially if we're looking for something to do super quick. However, is this completely 100% free? Yes, yes it is. So if you have a tree that you can go clip a bunch of twigs from, you can create your own twig wreath. So all you're gonna need to do, get one of those dollar store wire wreath things, get yourself a shit ton of twigs, and then some floral wire, floral tape, whatever. So just get a bundle of twigs, wrap the floral wire around the twigs. It will go super fast once you have your supplies. It's a Halloween wreath. It's not like you're making wedding decor for the Prince of Wales. Once you have enough bundles of twigs to go around your wreath, you're then going to floral wire your bundles to your Dollar Tree wire wreath. And then when you're all done with that, you're gonna spray the shit out of it black. So see, easy peasy. Doing it the front yard twig way costs you $1. Doing it you happen to score at a Michael's sale 60% off will cost you $12. All in all, this wreath that is inspired by At Home is going to cost me $15 plus some spray paint. It could cost you $5. Just depends, but look, we're gonna get literally the same effect. Homemade, store-bought. See, I got you, boo. Okay, so clearly this is not scary at all. The reason I bought it is because I needed the twig wreath part. So all of this fake flower stuff, I am going to rip right off. And if you do get a wreath like this, save these flowers. You could use them for something else. And then once it is all clear of floral, I'm going to spray it black. Okay, so yay, that is done. Now we just have a twig wreath that we are going to spray black. So get your black spray paint and just spray the shit out of this thing. Wreath is sprayed black. I went front and back, tried to get all in. You know, if a little brown is showing, not that huge of a deal, but I wanted to make sure that it was full coverage black. While that is drying, we're actually going to grab our snakes. Now, these snakes were not easy to find either, I'll tell you that right now. For cheap, I should say for cheap. You would think that during this time, fake plastic snakes would be readily available, but they're not. I did end up finding these at the Walmart for 98 cents each. They're already black, which is great. I don't need to spray them to get them black, but what I do want to do, if memory serves, the inspiration from At Home, the snakes, and maybe the wreath completely, had a little bit of a sparkle to them, like snake skin, if you will. I did have this purple glitter blast, just in case there's not a lot left. Whatever I can spray to get the snakes a little bit sticky. I did have this. Don't even ask me where this came from or how old this green glitter is or why I even have it. I thought it might be fun to give the snakes, I don't want them covered in glitter, but I want them a little bit eerie, snake skinny, having that sheen. You guys want to place your bets now in the comments below? Listen. I mean, you can hear the ball clearly. It sounds like there's paint in there, but even though it sounds like there's paint in there, the nozzle may not work. So place your bets below. Am I going to be able to use this or not? First, we gotta get it open. Oh, and the nozzle came off with the lid. Awesome. Okay, let's just replace that. Okay, fingers crossed. It does work. Ha ha ha! Whoever thought it wouldn't, suckers. Ooh, and I love that they're purple. Ooh, I love it so much. All right, let's hope I have enough for all three. Ooh, that's cool. Love it. Those look amazing. I want to go like more full blast on them. I kind of like that it's not that full blast, but let me go a little bit more full blast. So I'm not going to use the green glitter at all because this purple looks awesome. Hit it, hit your little face, get your little sides. Just enough. Uh-oh, are we running out? Oh my gosh, that looks so good. I'm so glad I had this. Yay. And we don't have to worry about spraying the bottoms of them because they are gonna lay on top of the wreath. Yes. Yay. Okay, they're done. Moving on. Okay, so we have our drying station happening behind us, and now we are moving on to our not so scary wreath. These supplies I purchased entirely from the Dollar Tree. You'll need a Dollar Tree wire wreath, any size you choose, and then the Dollar Tree ornaments that are for Halloween. I bought a shit ton because I just didn't know how many it would take. And then also too, I was like, they're only $1. And they have more styles than this. I just happened to pick these because I like them. I brought out some like twiny string stuff. This happens to be the leftover from the nail art, which is one of the first DIY videos I ever did. And I haven't used it since. So I was like, might as well put it to work. So what I plan on doing is stringing maybe 3 together on a string and then tying them to this wreath and then maybe filling in by hot gluing some ones in the gaps. That's my plan. And why did they make this so difficult to open? I don't know how many ornaments we're gonna go through, but we're gonna figure it out together. I feel like I bought plenty. Hopefully I bought enough. And then I don't know why these snakes, I purchased these little guys a million moons ago. I think it was when I was Medusa and I wanted to decorate my costume with these little snakes. I don't know if I'm gonna use them or not, but I brought them out just in case. You never know where inspiration is going to take us. I purchased 8 packs of the Dollar Tree ornaments, and what's great is these are plastic, so you don't have to worry about them breaking. You don't have to worry about storing this, you know, for an entire year. They should be fine. And I bought the 14-inch wire wreath. Now, these ornament packs do come with their own little tiny baby strings. You could individually tie them onto this, but that sounds like a shit show, so I'm not using that. You could also, if you have some floral wire just laying around like I did, you could wire them to the wreath, but I think I'm just gonna string them together and then tie them on. Probably since I have more black ornaments than orange, maybe do like 2 black and and an orange. And then, now that I have my cluster of 3, I'm going to tie them to not the outermost wire, but the second outermost wire. I'm just gonna do that over and over and over again. That's it, that's the plan. Whoops. Good thing the ornaments are plastic, right? Clearly I don't know my own strength, and just be careful when you're tying your string on. You don't need to do it that tight. You don't need to be Incredible Hulk. It's fine, it will still hold. Our little 3 ornaments there, I'm gonna keep going around with clusters of 3, and then I'm gonna fill in with single ones once I see where like gaps and stuff are. But for the most part, it's just gonna be like assembly line. 3, tie 'em on, 3, tie 'em on, 3, tie 'em on. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then we'll be done with this wreath. Houston, we have a problem. 8 packs of Dollar Tree ornaments does not go entirely around a 14-inch Dollar Tree wreath. I have 1 extra. Oh, done, perfect, fills in the gaps. Yeah, there are a couple of options here. I can go to the Dollar Tree and buy more packs. I technically have 1 more to fill in here and then 3 more here, so that's 12 more ornaments, but that doesn't leave me any ornaments to kind of like fill in where I see gaps. So that's, of course, 3 packs, and then probably another 2 packs, so that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, $13, $14. I mean, I guess $15 on a wreath, not that bad. I mean, it is pretty full. I mean, obviously, obviously it's all loosey-goosey right now and they're not glued together, they're just tied on. But it would end up being very, very full once I was done if I went to the Dollar Tree or had somebody in my house go to the Dollar Tree and buy me 5 more packs of ornaments. So then I was thinking, what if I shoved all of these way down, made all of these really, really nice and tight? And you know, you've seen those wreaths before where it's like, this is maybe open and has maybe a big bow or something. I'm not quite sure how I want to handle that. I really just wanted a full ornament wreath because I think that looks pretty cool. Even still, we're doing great on time. It's been 1.5 hours. We're ready to assemble everything back here because it is dry. If I can get a household member to go to the Dollar Tree for me, that would be awesome. And the mosquitoes are getting me too, by the way. Let me think about this one real quick. Okay, I put some mosquito spray on too. We are just gonna set this one right over here and we're gonna move on. Let's go to this one because I'm excited about it. Our twig wreath is completely dry and our snakes are dry enough. All we want to do is take our 3 snakes and we want them to be going around the wreath. Yes. Look at how cute. I am torn on how to attach these. Can I hot glue? Maybe not. Can I stab the snakes through their bodies with wire and then wire them? But I think they're too thick for me to do that too. I know, gotta think through the process. These technically aren't all the way dry, but that's okay. Then I thought, what if I took the floral wire, folded it, put a bead of glue in the back of the body, put the floral wire to that, and then wired it. And I said, Sherry, you're brilliant. So that is what I am going to do because then I can just floral wire them to the twigs and know that they're on there pretty securely. So I have my hot glue gun. I am just going to put some wire, little dab of hot glue, press down, let that dry. So I'm gonna wire up these 3 snakes with probably maybe 3 wire sections in each, and then we will wire them to our wreath. Our snakes are wired up. The glue on this one is just about dry. So we can now arrange and wire our snakes onto our wreath. Being gentle, I'm gonna place my snake where I think, flip it, and wire it. Twist, twist, twist. This is easy, much easier than that one. I'm just saying. Look at how great. And now I just need to do that with my other 2. And voila. The snakes are wired on and they look amazing. Ha. So that is our spooky wreath. We are completely done with it and it looks great. All that's left is to hang it on our door. And like I said, these snakes cost me 98 cents each at the Walmart, and I got the wreath at 60% off, so it totaled $12 at the Michaels. We just spent, excluding spray paint, $15 on this spooky, last minute Halloween wreath. Yay! I just went and hung it on my door and it looks super damn cute. So moving on to project number 2, our spider. We have one gold spider, our sprayed black candlestick, and our little black finial. We also have our Dollar Tree frame. So what we need to do is glue our frame to our candlestick holder, and I'm gonna use a combination of the Dollar Tree Fix-All adhesive and hot glue. So I'm gonna put some Fix-All adhesive here, and then also do a little dot of hot glue. You know that trick. Voila. Try to center this as best as possible. Press it down. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. Step 1, done. Now, we gotta figure out how we're gonna get our spider in here. Okay, so I think I figured out what I am going to do to get the spider floating into our frame. He's not exactly all the way dry. I think the fur on him, and plus I really had to go in to cover all that fur. So I don't wanna manhandle him too much right now. I might leave him to dry just for a little while longer. But I have this gold floral wire from the Dollar Tree. And what I think I'm gonna do is this is pretty stiff and thick floral wire. So what I'm gonna do is take a length of floral wire that's taller than my frame, and I'm gonna snip it right about there. Now, do I need wire cutters for this? Nope. So then I'm going to turn my spider upside down. I'm going to run a bead of glue along his back, and then I'm going to press the gold wire into that bead of glue. When the wire is dry, I can then glue the bottom of the wire and the top of the wire into the top and bottom of my frame, and then he's suspended there. Put a bead of glue down his back, and then take my wire, try to center it. Perfect. And now for extra stability, do a bead of glue on top of that wire, just so everything's held into place. Yay, yay. Now we just need that to dry. Put it back down, hit the whole thing from the front with a coat of gold spray paint so that the gold wire is the same color gold as the spider. And then once that's dry, we can go ahead and finish the rest of this part. So while our gold spider is drying, we are going to now go back to this wreath. And don't worry, sometimes it takes a village. 5 more tubes of ornaments. So I'm going to continue to string these 5 ornaments onto here, and this one will be done too. Okay, so yay, we have all of our clusters of 3 tied on to our wire wreath. And now it's just about moving them around. I have this many left over so I can fill in any gaps with hot glue. So I'm just gonna do some shifting, fill in some gaps, maybe glue some of these together so they don't move once I get it all laid flat. I mean, without even doing much to this, it looks really cute right now. I spent $14, call it $15. We have ourselves another wonderful wreath for Halloween. That didn't take us too long. I mean, if you minus the extra trip to the Dollar Tree. Just make sure you get 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, this is easy. If you're getting a 14-inch wire wreath from the Dollar Tree, get 14 packs of ornaments from the Dollar Tree. Okay, the finessing of the ornament wreath is done. And I'm not gonna lie, this was a pain in my ass. It took way longer than it should have. It looks really, really great. But the problem with the Dollar Tree ornaments is, you know the little finial thing that the ornament like goes into? Anytime you pressed on one, it would pop off. So not only was I finessing and filling in holes, I was re-gluing ornaments to those little gold finial things. It was a pain in my ass. The end result is beautiful. In order to hang it, I am going to take a piece of duck cloth, cut it like a ribbon, and then I did leave kind of a gap right here. I'll just do it right now. I'll show you. If you have black ribbon, way easier. I don't, so I'm making use of what I have. I'm just cutting a wide, I don't know, 2-inch, whatever. I'm eyeballing it. I may fold in the raw edges and then wrap it, but I also may not. I will then take this through, and then this will become how I hang the beautiful wreath that was a pain in the ass. Wreath number 2, done. Now we can finally finish the spider. Let's get all our parts and pieces and put it up here. Where are our parts and pieces? The garage is a shit show. Here's our spider. He looks amazing. Now what I need to do is get the exact height of the inside of the frame to the inside, bend this wire so that it fits in there, and then I also have something to glue it to. I need some needle nose pliers. Oh, and we have kids big wheeling and stuff, so just bear with it. So what I want to do is I want to get the spider centered, bend my wire so he fits in there, and I can glue my wire to the inside of my frame. My neighborhood is getting really, really loud, so I'm really sorry, but we are almost done. I have it perfectly measured and lined up, so I'm going to glue my wire into the inner portion of my frame so it looks like that. I'm gonna hot glue it just because that's just quick and easy. Look, he's already stained without even having any hot glue. You look amazing. And then I will clean up out here. Oh shoot, no, I have to glue my little finial on top too. And that's just gonna glue right to the top with some hot glue. Easy peasy. It is now 6:20, so I have officially been in the garage working on these projects for 4 hours. However, we have a scary snake wreath done, a super cute ornament wreath done, and we have this super awesome golden snake in a frame done. So all in all, 3 last-minute projects in 4 hours. And I bet you could even do it faster because you wouldn't be dealing with your neighbors and having to wait for them. The next time you see these last minute Halloween decor items that, mind you, don't look last minute at all, will be in the final reveal. Okay, are you guys ready to see the amazing last minute Halloween decorations? Because I've actually decorated and now you can see them in real life. Here we go. Okay, don't get scared, but here you're walking up to the door. Remember that beware sign we made last year? Yep. Oh, and there's the mummy. And there is the pain in the ass, last minute Dollar Tree ornament wreath. I'm not gonna lie, that thing sucked. I wouldn't call it last minute at all. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. But if it's the only thing you make this Halloween, then I say go for it. But if you're trying to make a bunch of shit to decorate with right now at the last minute, I would say this wouldn't be one of them. But I love it. It's cute. It turned out great, don't you think? Okay, now we're inside. And the dining room table. Technically, we didn't make anything for this dining room table, but do you notice anything familiar? I loved rhinestoning those plastic skulls from the Dollar Tree so much for the urns that I did individual ones for my dining room table centerpiece. I just thought you might like to see it. Moving on. And here we have just a little cluster of Halloween decorations on my center island. But look what we have here. The spider, inspired by the Joanne spider. That was like, I don't know, $14.99. We made it from Dollar Tree products that cost $3. And I think that looks amazing, don't you? And finally, the fireplace mantle. We have our very, very scary urns. And then the piece de resistance, the snake wreath. Inspired by the wreath we saw for like, I don't know, $29 at home. And we made it for like $16, $17 and some spray paint. Look at how beautiful it is. Oh, so scary with the snakes. Look at it. I love it so much. This plus the spider in the frame were so easy and look exactly like the inspiration for hells away cheaper. So all in all, I think we fucking nailed it as far as last minute Halloween decor items are concerned. The spider in the frame that cost us $1 for the Dollar Tree candlestick, $1 for the frame, $1 for the spider, some spray paint, boom. And look at inspiration from Joann's. Are you shitting me right now? And that didn't take long at all. That took as long as it took for paint to dry. And we saved a good $10 on that, if not more. The snake wreath, now I know I kind of scored and lucked out at the Michaels and got that spring wreath, and then the snakes were at the Walmart for $1 each. So all in all, I spent like $17, and the inspiration was $29.99. And then look at the one we made and the inspiration from the at home. I mean, are you kidding me right now? And that took 0 time. Again, as long as it takes for paint to dry, that's how long it took to make that twig wreath. Now, if you didn't score like I did and you weren't able to get a twig wreath already done up, you know we went over how you could make your own. Now that would take a little bit longer, but not that much longer, I don't think. Okay, maybe a little bit longer. Still, even if you made the twig wreath portion yourself, I think it would be well worth it. And if you did make the twig portion yourself, you literally would be spending $3 on a wreath that is for sale at the at home for like $29.99. As it is right now, we made it for half price, and I think it looks fucking money. And then our third last minute DIY wreath. Not my favorite, I'm not gonna lie. This is real life and I am not gonna front. I'm not gonna be like, yes, that was awesome. First of all, it was nothing, but is the outcome great? Yes. Does it look really, really nice? Yes, it does. Was it a pain in the ass? 100%. 100%. I would not do that sort of wreath again ever in my life. At least not using those Dollar Tree ornaments. Or if I were to do one, maybe I would pick the smaller Dollar Tree wire frame so that I didn't have to string so many GD ornaments on that wreath. The thing with those ornaments is they pop off. Like when I was hanging it on the door, literally ornament pop off. Seriously. No. Unless you guys have made an ornament wreath before and you have a better way than what I did, I'd love to hear it in the comments, because as of right now, I am off ornament wreaths. Not worth the time. Worth the money, yeah. It costs what, 15 bucks to make that huge wreath? Totally reasonable. The time it took? No. No. I'm gonna go with no. So in my mind, our 3 last minute Halloween decor items, pretty good. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. And really, I might be overly critical, maybe overly dramatic. An outsider might say, no, 3 out of 3, hell yeah. It didn't take me any more than, a half a day to make all 3 of these items, hence why they are last minute. But that ornament wreath sucked balls as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, huge success. Halloween's in like 3 days, I think. So if you don't have anything around the house, you better get out there and make some of these last minute Halloween decor items, because you just never know. You just never know. This Halloween is like way up in the air. So don't think you can get away with not having anything out. You got to have a little bit of decoration out. Not to mention that no matter what, Halloween is the best holiday of all time, all year long. So get to making some last minute Halloween decor items, and happy Halloween! Oh, P.S. Let me know which one of these last minute decor items was your favorite in the comments below, because I want to know. I'll tell you what mine was. It's toss up. I really dig that spider thing. For as quick and easy, it just looks really cool to me. So I'm gonna say our DIY spider in the frame is my favorite, but I'm curious to know what your favorite is. So let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you ring that notification bell so you are alerted to all of the DIY Wednesday videos I push out, which is every other Wednesday at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. Make sure you share this video with your family and friends. And as always, thanks for hanging out. Whoops.